The honourable member for Elwick.
Thank you, Mr President. I ask the Honourable Leader of the Government. 6 years ago, during the 2018 election, the Tasmanian Liberal Government made a commitment to developing a new multi-purpose indoor sports facility in Glenorchy. The 2018-19 Budget Paper No. 2, Volume 1 read, "The new complex will provide fit-for-purpose multi-use courts and sports amenities that meet current and future demands of community and elite sport participants. The multi-sport facility will cater for a wide variety of sports to be determined by extensive community consultation. For example, basketball, volleyball, netball, squash, table tennis, futsal, badminton, dance, martial arts, roller derby, gymnastics and other community events." Work has not yet commenced on this project, and sporting organisations in the northern suburbs are turning people away due to a lack of capacity within existing indoor court facilities. So 7 questions. 1, when will the government announce the site for the multi-purpose indoor sports facility in Glenorchy? 2, when does the government expect to commence and complete the multi-purpose indoor sport facility in Glenorchy? 3, how much funding will the government invest in the multi-purpose indoor sport facility in Glenorchy? 4, what is the expected total cost of the Jack Jumpers High Performance Training Centre at Kingston? 5, how much funding will the government invest in the Jack Jumpers High Performance Training Centre at Kingston? 6, will the government seek private partnership funding for the Jack Jumpers High Performance Training Centre at Kingston? And 7, when does the government expect the Jack Jumpers High Performance Training Centre at Kingston to be commenced and completed?
The honourable Leader.
Thank the honourable member for the question. Answer to question 1. The Department of State Growth, in consultation with Glenorchy City Council and Active Tasmania, is currently assessing more than 15 sites within the Glenorchy municipality. The shortlisted locations will be provided to the Minister for Sports and Events before the end of August to consider and announce in due course. Question 2. The project is currently in the initiation stage with the appropriate level of due diligence being undertaken for various potential sites. Once a preferred location is confirmed, stakeholder consultation and detailed site investigations will commence. These actions will help determine the site suitability and the scope of the design, which will then allow the department to determine the project delivery timeframes. Question 3. The final budget for this project is yet to be confirmed. It is expected to be in the vicinity of up to $30 million. Question 4. In October 22, the government committed $15 million to construct a high-performance centre adjoining the northern suburbs community court facility in Glenorchy. The Department of State Growth has been tasked to manage the Kingston build to $15 million. Question 5, refer to the previous answer. Question 6, no. However, there are additional elements the Jack Jumpers wish to add to the build. The expectation is that the club fund those elements. Question 7, we have agreed with the Jack Jumpers that best endeavours will be made to commence the build in the second half of 2024, and both the Minister and the Department of State Growth will be pushing for that to be met. We will endeavour to ensure the facility is completed as soon as practically possible.
Thank you, Leader.
Honourable Member for Elwick.
Thank you, Mr President. My question is for the Honourable Minister for Education. Minister, 6 years ago during the 2018 election, the Tasmanian Liberal Government made a commitment to developing a new multi-purpose indoor sport facility in Glenorchy. Work has not yet commenced on this project. Sporting organisations in the northern suburbs are turning people away due to a lack of capacity within existing indoor court facilities. And while the government appears prepared to commit to an expected start date of the second half of 2024 for the Jack Jumpers High Performance Training Centre, it appears it's not prepared to commit to a start date for the community facility. So my questions are: 1, will the government provide funding to urgently upgrade local school indoor courts in the northern suburbs so that our kids have somewhere to play and no one misses out while it continues to plan and deliver the new multi-purpose indoor sports facility 6 years since it was promised? 2, what outcomes have the community liaison sport roles in the Department for Education, Children and Young People achieved to date in increasing access to school facilities outside of school hours for sport and other community purposes? And 3, have the community liaison sport roles in the Department for Education, Children and Young People connected any schools and sporting organisations in the Glenorchy local government area, Newtown and Lenna Valley? If so, can you please provide detail of those connections?
The Honourable Minister for Education.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and I thank the member for the questions. Answer to question 1. The Tasmanian Liberal Government recognises the importance of physical activity and that sport is essential for healthy development and learning. Our government has committed $10 million to playground and sports court upgrades in schools. All Tasmanian government schools will be invited to provide their highest needs for playground or sports courts upgrades, and this process is expected to occur in Term 4 of 2024. Submissions received will be assessed against asset conditions data held by the Department of Education, Children and Young People to determine a priority list of projects, with the first tranche of schools to receive upgrades scheduled to be announced in the first half of 2025. Answer to question 2. The CLC team, so Community Liaison Sport team, works closely with schools, government agencies, sporting bodies and individual clubs to help connect and support the effective use of our schools' facilities for out-of-school hours. The team has contributed to a number of achievements since its establishment in September 2023, including supporting the Launceston Basketball Association's recent successful grant application from the latest round of the Tasmanian Active Infrastructure Grants program, which will see 7 identified school gyms upgraded to a standard capable of holding competition basketball. Supporting Kings Meadows High School to gain approval for the AFL's Breaking New Ground program. This program is designed to deliver better sporting facilities and create more opportunities for communities to be healthy and active. The AFL has approved up to $25,000 to fund detailed project scoping and feasibility work, which will result in the development of an AFL partnership opportunity plan. Working closely with Cricket Tasmania to support 2 compliant pitch installations in Tasmanian schools. This project is still in an early phase, with schools and timeframes not yet confirmed. Securing community use of netball training facilities at the Jordan River Learning Federation Senior School Gym. The CLS team and facilities services are currently conducting a school sport and playground facility audit of Tasmanian government schools. This is to assess the current available facilities and suitability for various schools, sporting and community requirements. This audit will be an additional opportunity for the department to identify potential opportunities for improvements and developments. Right. In answer to your question 3, I'm advised that while no specific connection has been made to date in these areas, the CLS team is aware of the demand for out-of-school hours use of sporting facilities and is continuing to promote and work with schools and stakeholders to meet this demand.